Alrighty, so in this lesson, we're going to be looking at using different trig identities to integrate some functions that we don't have a standard rule for integrating. For example, these three down here. So we've got the integral of sine squared x dx, we've got the integral of cos squared x dx, and tan squared x dx. And we're going to use some of these trig identities up here, and these can be found on your formula sheet, so you needn't worry about memorizing them. It's more important that you know how to apply them. So the first rule we've got here in our trig identities is that cos of 2a, you can imagine just a is like x, just feel free to replace it with x, it's just a on our formula sheet. Cos of 2a equals this expression here, 1 minus 2 sine squared a. If we rearrange this by adding this, subtracting the cos squared a and dividing by 2, we get this expression here, sine squared a is equal to 1/2 of 1 minus cos of 2a. And so we can just see that we can just straight away plug and play this down here and then integrate after that. So the first thing I'm going to write here is this is equal to the integral of, and I'm going to be writing the right hand side of this expression here. So 1/2 of 1 minus cos, but in this case it's going to be 2x because we're integrating with respect to x. So just to be clear, the reason why we can't just straight up integrate this by raising the power and dividing by the new power is that this is not a polynomial term. It's not a just an x value, it's a trigonometric function, and so it behaves a little bit differently, and so we need to just basically get rid of the fact that this whole thing is squared, and that's what this substitution does. We no longer have a squared trig term, we just have a regular one, which we know how to integrate. So from here, I'm going to just pull out the half outside of the integrand. It just makes it a bit easier to work with, and then I'm going to have 1 minus cos of 2x, all with respect to x. Then I'm going to actually do the integral. So it's going to be half out the front of 1 integrated with respect to x is just x. And now I have negative cos 2x. So negative cos integrates to negative sine. So it's going to be negative sine of 2x. But because we have not just an x inside the brackets here, we've got a 2x, we have to divide by the derivative of this. So the derivative of 2x is just 2. So we're going to have to divide by 2. So divide by 2 there, and we're going to have our plus c at the end. And then finally, we're going to expand the half in if we'd like. So we're going to have x on 2 minus sine of 2x, and the 2's on the denominators, the 2 here and the 2 here are going to multiply to make 4. So that's going to be over 4 plus c. And that's the first one finished. Very similar vibes for question 2. If you want to have a crack at it using the substitution up here that we see, which is another rearrangement of this trig identity, then feel free to go ahead, just replace your cos squared a with this expression here. If you're not confident and want to watch another one, I'm going to dive on in now. So we're going to have the same thing. I'm going to be replacing the cos squared x with this expression here. I'm going to skip a step though. I'm just going to straight away pull the half outside of the integral, kind of just like I did between these two lines. So I'm going to have a half out the front of the integral of 1 plus cos of 2x this time. And from there, it's an extremely similar process. I'm going to have a half. I'm going to be integrating, so it's going to be x. This time, cos integrates into positive sine, so it's going to be plus sine of 2x, again, divided by 2, and then we're going to have plus c on the end. Once we substitute in, it's going to be x on 2 plus sine of 2x, all over 4 plus c. And finally, we have an expression for tan. So tan squared a plus 1 is equal to sec squared a. And this is one of your identities, again, that is on your formula sheet. The reason why we're going to be manipulating this and finding that tan squared a equals sec squared a minus 1 is that we know how to integrate sec squared a. Again, on your formula sheet, and that can be found down here. This on your formula sheet tells you that sec squared x, when you're when you're integrating it, is equal to tan of x. So by manipulating tan squared a and putting in the form of sec squared a, it just puts it in a form that we know how to integrate, which should be straightforward. So in question 3 here, I'm going to be replacing my tan squared x with sec squared x, take 1, all with respect to x. Using my formula sheet, I know that sec squared x integrated is just tan of x. So I'm going to get tan of x, and then again, negative 1 integrated is just going to be negative x. And we have our constant of integration at the end. So one of the skills you have to do in this course is to be able to integrate using trigonometric substitutions and using trigonometric identities. So I hope this video helps you and you can apply these identities to more challenging questions.